Hi, everyone. It's Mark Albert, and look who's here.
Hey,
The
Mark.
boss lady herself, Sheletta Brundidge. How are you?
I'm great. I'm so excited that you asked me to join you today. And this is such an awesome thing because, we've been in media. I've been 24 years for me.
It's been since 99, so that's 25.
Okay, so 50 years of news experience here. We know what a good story looks like. We know all about storytelling. And Mark is in town in Minneapolis. We're at the Minneapolis Club. We're hiding out in the room. They don't even know we're here. Okay. And he decided he was going to give out this free marketing advice today. He wanted to do something for the people, his friends and followers on LinkedIn and Facebook. And people are going to send comments in the comment section. So let us know, just what you need help with your business. You want to grow your business. You want to get on TV. You want to get in the newspaper. You want to be that expert on the Today Show. Mark and I can give you some tips between the two of us. 50 years experience in news and broadcasting promotions to help you grow your business, to get the word out, to get you the visibility. Because this is what happens. Somebody out there is a real estate agent and a news story happens about real estate, and they're sitting at home watching TV and they keep thinking, why is that person always getting on TV? Why am I not the one that they call to be the expert, to grow my business, to get my name out there, to get me those links I need on my website, on my media page that has nothing on it right now?
That's actually a great example because there was
Mm-hmm.
this massive settlement with the National Association of Realtors. It's going to change the way we all buy and sell homes.
Yeah.
They've scrapped the 6% commission, right? So
Yeah.
it's changing everything about the real estate market. And so that's a great example. If you're a realtor and you've got your own practice, you're part of a smaller firm, why aren't you contacting journalists, letting them know here are top 3 tips for now how to buy a house in this new environment? If you're a seller, top 3 tips you need to know when negotiating with a realtor. Every day, Sheletta, journalists need
Mhm.
experts, and
Yeah.
every day experts need journalists. So let's bring the two together.
And this is the thing, you don't need um to necessarily have somebody under contract to talk about your business, to talk about the work that you do, your area of expertise, right? Nobody can speak for you the way you can. Nobody can tell your story like you. But how do you start telling that story, right? How do you get the word out about that story so that people understand and know that you're there, and then they want you on their program? So the goal is to get you on one TV show, and then right? Move you to another TV show, or some other producer sees you, or USA Today sees you, and then they say, well, we want to talk to her, the girl we saw on this show. Or you get on your local NBC and it's such a great story that they put it on the feed, and the next thing you know, you're on CNN,
So
right?
yeah, let's talk about this. So
Yeah.
whatever, if you're a realtor, like you mentioned, if you're a financial advisor, if you're a brain surgeon, if you're a plumber, you have some expertise, especially for those small business owners that are listening right now, those marketing communications experts. Stop sending out all those news releases, right?
Please. Okay, first of all, the news station in Minneapolis told me, one of the news stations in Minneapolis, we don't have a newsroom phone anymore. We don't.
Wow.
And then someone else told me, this is down in Houston, we don't even read the news releases. We don't read the news releases. Well, how are you finding your stories? And my background is in assignments. I was an assignments editor all my life. So
She
my
was mine.
job,
She was really, really tough.
yeah, I am. I'm really mean. Don't let the smooth taste fool you. I'm really mean. Um, but an assignments editor's job is to find out what's going on in the newsroom. And so I spent my days looking at police blotters. That's in the job description, trying to find out what's going on my local news channels. And that's what we did. And now the number one thing that they ask editors to do to find stories, look and see what's going on social media, what's viral, what's happening. So social media plays a big part in how your business is marketed and who's in charge of your social media.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
we have a comment here from Meg. Thanks so much. Great information and insights. Really appreciate that. Let's get some more information and insights. Okay. So you're a business, realtor, financial advisor, whatever you are, right? And you're thinking, okay, I'm going to contact my local newsrooms, right? I'm going to reach out. I'm going to do a personalized pitch because we're not doing news releases. Remember, if you
No,
no, if you're paying a big PR firm 50,000 a month to issue news
please
releases,
stop for real. Stop.
let's talk about what else to stop. If you're contacting a journalist, here's the key. This is going to be super hard for many people to understand. I want you to stop pitching your company. I want you to stop pitching your brand. And I
Hmm.
want you to stop pitching your product. And you're probably thinking, Mark, Sheletta, how in the
How
world
am
are
I
they going
gonna
to
get the
cut?
word
Right. How am I going to
out?
get on
How am I gonna
TV?
get the word out? That don't make no
Absolutely.
sense, Mark.
No
Hello.
sense, but it does make. Instead, I want you to completely turn around 180 degrees and I want you to start pitching your expertise. If you're a
Mm-hmm.
realtor, what value can you bring to the audience about real estate? If you're a financial
Mm-hmm.
advisor, top 10 tips that you need to know before December 31st to get you set for your taxes for the new year, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then putting yourself in, inserting yourself into the conversation with your expert advice, right? So I have three kids with autism. So anytime something happens with the autism community, I call those newsrooms and I say, "Do you need a mom to talk to? Do you need somebody who can weigh in on this? Do you need somebody who can talk authentically about what parents with autism are facing right now?" I'm a small business owner. So when something happens with small business owners, I call them. "Hey, what are y'all doing on this story?" And sometimes I may be telling them a story that they don't even know anything about. And when Mark and I were in the newsroom, there were three shows. There was the 5, 6, and 10,
Yeah,
right?
a
And
long
that's
time
it.
ago.
Long time ago, when it was dinosaurs was walking the earth, baby. Okay, 5, 6, and 10. That's all they had. Well, now they got streaming services, hours and hours of content, morning shows that last 2, sometimes 3 hours, noon shows that are an hour long, and Saturday weekend shows that are 2 and 3 hours long. They are looking for you.
This
They
is
looking for you. Where you at? Hello, where are you?
in some ways, this is the best time to try to pitch journalists on your story because there's more platforms
Yeah.
than ever before. And so when you reach out, again, you're pitching your expertise. What is coming up in the news that you can be an expert on? You recently went to New York and Houston. You were on the local news.
I was on the local news. My son Andrew had written a book. Andrew does his dance, and it was Autism Awareness Month. And so when I went to New York, not knowing anybody, right? I pitched, "Hey, it's Autism Awareness Month. What's your autism story?" Well, if you don't have an autism story, I have a young man, my son. He's a teenager. He wrote a children's book, and he's going to be there giving away books to the students in Harlem and talking about autism and making folks aware and creating awareness for teachers and caregivers and other students. And we got on the news
You know,
because they were looking for that story. Folks are looking for you. Where you at? Where you at? Hello, where are you?
in fact, let me take you inside of a newsroom and then I want to show a video. I want to play a video for you. Let me take you inside a newsroom. What happens? The morning meeting is around 9 or 10 a.m. No matter where
Mhm.
you are in the
No
country,
matter where you
newspaper,
are.
TV, radio,
nine
doesn't matter.
o'clock. They get all the morning meeting. He's talking about the morning meeting. He's speaking inside of stuff. He not explaining what the morning meeting is because these people are not in news. The morning meeting is when everybody in the newsroom, the producers, the reporters, the photographers, the news directors, they all come together. Now it's a lot of it is virtual, right? It used to be that we would sit around in a conference room and they pitch story ideas. They talk about what the news of the day is, how they can break away from a story to do another story, right? What's happening, what the competition is doing. And that lasts about an hour. So that's a morning meeting. And that's when they make all the decisions. So you send your pitch at 10 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock in the morning, baby, that day has already been decided. That pitch needs to go out about 6:30 or 7 o'clock in the morning when everybody is looking for a story.
And every day,
Every
in every
day.
newsroom, they're looking for
Every
stories.
day.
You need
Every
to have your
damn
story
day.
there. Exactly. Can we say that word on here? Is this a
Yes,
family
we
show?
can.
All right. So I want to play a video for everybody who's watching right now. I'm doing a media training camp. We're going to take all of this and we're going to train you on how to get your message crafted, how to write a pitch to journalists, how to get quoted in the news media. We've got guest speakers on branding, marketing, how to soup up your LinkedIn, a coach, so how you know how to be on camera, body language, voice, intonation. I'm teaching about pitching and messaging. We've rented a TV studio right across from the White House.
Yeah.
You're going to do on-camera interviews. You're going to do podcast interviews. You're going to do public speaking for a stage. We're going to record all of it, give you those clips for your socials. Let me take you inside the studio that we've booked. Watch this video.
This is so nice. Y'all, I can't wait for y'all to see this. This is really, really nice. Okay, so I have been going to conferences all my life, 24 years in journalism. I've never seen anything like this. You really have put together an amazing opportunity for people to be a part of. And, before Mark shows you this, let me just tell you that people are not, people need your story. You have a story to tell. And what Mark is doing is he's helping you understand how to find that story. right, that you have. He's pulling it out of you. And then he's helping you to tell it. Because this thing with podcasting, 18 to 24-year-olds are listening to podcasts like we used to watch TV. So it's so important that you understand how to do interviews on a podcast. If you have never done a podcast interview, it is very different than a radio or TV interview. And so Mark has curated this seminars and workshops and this whole thing that he's doing in Washington D.C. And it is going to be amazing because he's going to help you not only find your story, right? But then how to tell it on all these different mediums in real time so that when you go back to wherever you live, you got your story, you know how to tell it, you've crafted it, it's perfect, and you are ready to take on this media world and get the word out about your business.
That's an amazing testimonial.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. All right, here's the video. I'm going to take you inside the studio. Here you go. Hi, everyone. It's Mark Albert, host of Media Mastery Experts Live. I want to take you inside the studio we're going to be using, but let's keep our voices down because I don't know if they're doing a live shot for a national or international network. Let's see. Oh, we're clear. All right, the coast is clear. This is the studio we're going to be using. You'll be sitting with me right on set here as we do a mock television interview so that you can get clips for all of your platforms. Then next door, we've got a podcast studio where you'll be doing a mock podcast interview. Plus, we have workshops and sessions on personal branding and marketing, public speaking, body language, voice, intonation, and a whole lot more, including how to craft a pitch that will get a journalist's attention and get you media exposure. So I hope you'll join me here in DC, just a block from the White House, for Media Mastery Experts Live. See you here.
That was so nice.
Did you like that?
I love that.
Walking you through the whole thing?
I love that. Okay, so what's the website where people can go to get more information?
Right here, right on the bottom. Register now, MediaMasteryExperts.com. MediaMasteryExperts.com, because that's what we're doing. We're going to make you a master of the media. You're going to be an expert. You know how to get that earned media. It's called earned media.
It's called earned media because it's like free publicity. It's earned media. You got to earn it. It's something that you don't have to pay for. And, you know, there's a time and a place to buy commercials, but there's also an opportunity to share your story. You have an amazing story to tell. And you know, the people who tell their story are the people who get on TV. Those are the people who get on the news. Those are the people who are in the newspaper. And people are always asking me, why are you always on TV? Every time I look up, you on TV. I got an interview with USA Today tomorrow. Why? Because I tell my story. Right? I talk to people and I tell them my story, my children's story, my family story, my business story, whatever I'm going through. I want to talk about it on social media and somebody is going to see it. Now, listen, Mark is going to talk to you a little bit about this at this workshop, but if you're in real estate, you need to be following every real estate reporter, every business reporter, everybody who is doing real estate stories. You need to be following them, and you know what they're gonna do when you follow them? They're gonna follow your bag, so that when you are talking about something and doing something, they have it in their feed, in their timeline. You know, like I was saying, when I was an assignments editor, the job description was police blotters and listening to scanners and going through news releases. I'm so old, part of it was checking faxes. Do they even make fax machines anymore? And now the number one thing that they ask assignment editors to do is find out what's trending on social media. Are you a part of the trend? You know, if you are a doctor or a dentist and you wake up that day and the dental association is doing something, you need to jump on that and talk about that on social media. And then send an email to the health reporters that you already follow, right? And say, hey, listen, I'm a dentist. Did you see the story? I'm more than willing to talk to you about it today. I can be on one of your morning shows or your afternoon show or your lifestyle show at 3 o'clock, and give you the information that you need to give to your viewers and or listeners. And I'm the expert. Like Marco said, it's all about you being the expert. And then because you're the expert, then they're going to talk about your business. And where can you find Dr. So-and-so? Where can you find the real estate agent? Where can you find the mental health or diversity expert? You got a whole DEI certification. And President Trump talked about black jobs. That was a trending story for 3 or 4 days. Did you call any TV stations? Did you post about that on your social media? Mm-hmm. Because somebody was looking for an expert to talk to about that. I guarantee you, because everybody was talking about it.
Right. And when journalists need an expert, it's not for 5 months from now. It's
It's
for tonight's
right
newscast.
today.
Yeah, right now.
Right now. It has to be right now. You can't say, you know what, I'm gonna reach out to the TV station and talk about that. No, you have to do that like right away.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
your phone is dinging. People asking
I
questions.
know, right?
Okay.
No, this is fantastic. And so a couple more things. So if you are interested in completely upping your media game, the website is right there at the bottom, scrolling across your screen, mediamasteryexperts.com, mediamasteryexperts.com. We actually have two registration tiers. So there's the 2-day
Mhm.
workshop, and then we've got an extra day for VIPs. We actually only have 8 VIP slots left.
Wow.
Only 8 left,
Wow.
and that comes with one-on-one coaching with me. And so remember that mock TV interview that we talked about, we're going to do in a studio after we've taught you what to do. We're going to put that up on the monitor, and we're going to do the hot seat coaching. We're going to go stop, start, stop, start. Here's what you
Yeah.
did great. Here's what you got to work on, so that
Okay.
you are ready for the Today Show, so that you're ready for
Yeah.
the TV stations in your area.
Yeah. And the thing is that you gotta be ready. When those TV stations call you, you can't say, well, can I do it tomorrow? Like if you gotta leave your kids in the car, which I've done, with some goldfish and some blocks of ice and say, hey, y'all be all right. Here's these iPads. So you can go in there and get that because you have that one window, that one opportunity. I was talking to some girlfriends of mine in Houston. They have a liquor line, right?
Mm.
It's called a Daphne Limoncello, you know, and so it's so fancy. And so I said, why aren't y'all on TV? Y'all are two black women with a liquor line in Texas. Why aren't y'all on TV? And so they said, well, we don't know. I said, okay, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna spend 30 minutes with y'all, get y'all a free consult because I just want God to bless you. Okay. Got them on the NBC station in Houston. They had the 3 o'clock lifestyle show. And so Daphne and her friend got on the show, and it was Girlfriends Day. And I said, make some girlfriends type cocktails, right?
Mm.
And so they made girlfriend cocktails, and they were drinking, day drinking, nothing better than day drinking. And they were day drinking and having a good time. And guess what happened? They put that story on the feed, and they called me a week later,
What's the feed?
NBC feed, and they called me a week later, and they said we are going to the Today Show. So what happens is if your interview is really good, and they think there is a national value in that, that it transcends that local market, they will take it and put it on a feed so that other NBC stations can use it, or CBS or ABC. Each network has its own feed, right? Because everybody again is looking for content. It's not
Right.
just 3 shows a day anymore.
Right.
They've got streaming, they've got online content, they got a YouTube page to fill up. And if it's something good, everybody wants it. So they put it on that news feed so that other NBC stations across the country can get it. And the producer from the Today Show saw it. And the next thing you know, they headed to New York and they're mixing drinks with Hoda and Jenna.
Wow.
And this is not unique. This is not a
Yeah.
wow moment. This is not something that is so unique to them. This could be you. This could be you.
Journalists need you as much as you need journalists.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real. Yeah, yeah, they really do. It used to be the other way around where you would write a news release and hope and pray that somebody would show up and call them the morning of and remind them that an event is going on and to please come. Those days are over. Folks are looking for content and they're looking for good stories to tell, to pitch in those morning meetings. And you've got a story that's unique.
Now, a lot of people also are really interested in public speaking, but you know what? I was so surprised. 72% apparently of the public is afraid of public speaking. 72%. And so
Really?
we avoid things that we're not comfortable doing,
Mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm.
And so if you look at the bottom here on this ticker here, if you text the word media, how original, right?
Oh, so fancy,
So
so
creative.
fancy, so
Thank you.
creative.
Yeah. Text the word media to 33777. 33777. That's double three, 777. I'm going to send you my top 6 tips to become a better public speaker. That will help you. Yeah,
Ooh,
right?
I like
Yeah.
that. And even if you are a good public speaker, you can always be better.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
that's so nice of you to do because folks are charging a whole lot of money.
And we're giving it away for
And we're
free.
giving it away for free. And so, share this link with your friends. We'll be on here for a little bit, just offering tips and information that we have gained and gleaned from being in this news business, 50 years of experience
Mm.
together, in anticipation of Mark's big event that he's got coming up in Washington, D.C. You got to tell him about this again because this is amazing that you're doing this, putting this, curating this together so that small business owners, executives, politicians, folks who work in communications, who want to get the word out about their story, their event, whatever they got coming up, you have this a couple of days where you are putting all these people together in a room, and you have this very unique opportunity, and it's not like a big giant conference where hundreds of people are coming.
No.
This is like really one-on-one, where you are really connecting with them, you are talking to them, you are helping them through. They can talk to you, tell you what their fears are. You can give some personalized individual one-on-one coaching and counseling in this media thing.
So I love that you use the word curated, because it is. The guest speakers that we've invited, we've got actually people coming from overseas to be part of this event. And
Wow.
we've brought these guest speakers because they all do something different. So for example, we've got a coach. She was a main anchor in Los Angeles. And for 17 years, she has coached people on how to be on camera, how to read a teleprompter, body language, voice, intonation, cadence.
Wow.
It's amazing. She's amazing. We've got the head of a speakers bureau coming. Have you ever wanted to get booked, paid to speak?
Yes, I have. And I don't know how to do that. I really don't. Like it's always word of mouth. And I see these people, they have like bookings on a regular basis.
Well, you're so popular
Um,
that people are calling all the time.
yeah, but I could always make more money. There's no such thing as too much.
So we've got the head of a speakers bureau. She's going to present. She's going to teach you how to work with a speakers bureau and how you would get booked to speak. So that's amazing. We've got another speaker coming. She does personal branding and marketing. She represents top leaders at name brand companies. If I said them right now, you would instantly know them. They probably have products in your house right now. And so she's doing a whole masterclass on personal branding and marketing, and she's doing a workshop on how to soup up your LinkedIn so you can be found by journalists and
Yeah,
other
yeah.
opportunities. And then, of course, I'm teaching Media 101. I'm teaching how to write a story pitch to grab a journalist's attention. We're talking about how to craft your message so you make sure that it breaks through. And then, of course, all the things we're doing on camera, the studio, we've got the podcast interview, we've got the public speaking on a stage. MediaMasteryExperts.com, MediaMasteryExperts.com. It's at the bottom here of the screen.
Okay, show the video again.
Show the video? All
Yeah,
right.
because some people just joined in and they haven't seen the video. So Mark made this amazing video that shows you for his workshop / conference what you can expect. And I tell you, the personalized way that he has put this thing together, whatever it is worth the price of admission, because a lot of times we go to these conferences, we get in the room and we sit there and somebody's just talking all damn day. And we taking notes, and there's PowerPoints and there's slides and there's a million other people in there. And you like, I got the information, but I'm going back home with my same fears, my same reservations. I still don't know how to talk on camera. I still don't know how to read a prompter. I still don't know how to tell my story. You have given me some very generic information, good information, but it doesn't apply to me. That's not what Mark is doing. I mean, he's got like not even 100 spots open, and he just
We've
wants to
kept it at
provide.
50.
You kept it at 50?
50.
Wow.
So we only have 8 VIP slots left, and we have some of the others. So please go on now, because we want this to be, you said curated. We also want it to be immersive and exclusive. This is we're not having 500 people here.
No.
We're not doing it at a convention center.
No, this is very small, very intimate, and very personalized. So whatever fears or reservations you got, your story that you kind of almost got together, that you're really looking for some help to get over the hump, you're not gonna have to call the speaker off to the side after they finish talking to the 500 people and ask them for some additional help, or get their card or information and contact them later. You are going to be able to talk to them in real time, because this is going to be something that is going to impact you immediately.
All right, we have a question actually about registration. Let's play the video.
Okay,
and
play the video.
We take you inside the studio, and then we're
Take
going
you
to
inside the
answer the
studio.
question about how to register.
Okay.
Here we go.
Hi, everyone. It's Mark Albert, host of Media Mastery Experts Live. I want to take you inside the studio we're going to be using, but let's keep our voices down, because I don't know if they're doing a live shot for a national or international network. Let's see. Oh, we're clear. All right, the coast is clear. This is the studio we're going to be using. You'll be sitting with me right on set here as we do a mock television interview, so that you can get clips for all of your platforms. Then next door, we've got a podcast studio where you'll be doing a mock podcast interview. Plus, we have workshops and sessions on personal branding and marketing, public speaking, body language, voice, intonation, and a whole lot more, including how to craft a pitch that will get a journalist's attention and get you media exposure. So I hope you'll join me here in DC, just a block from the White House, for Media Mastery Experts Live. See you here.
All right, here's the question we have here from Meg. How do we register
Hey,
for your...
Meg, first of all. Hey, Meg, what's up, girl? Okay.
Okay, now I can read the
Now
question.
you can read
Okay,
the
okay,
question.
great. How do we register for your event and conference? Is it in person or virtual? It is only in
Only in
person.
person. We're not doing it. You can't do this virtual. You can't. We can't teach you how to talk on a podcast. We can't put you in front of a TV and teleprompter and light you up and have you not squint your eyes because the light is hot. We can't tell you, hey, you know what? You need to get glasses that are glare proof so that if you're gonna be on TV, it won't show the light in your glasses. So I have the wrong glasses on because I forgot it's gonna bring ring light. So I have two pair of glasses.
It's not
I
like
have
you.
a pair of glasses that I wear when I'm in the studio when I'm doing almanac, right? And then I have these glasses that I wear on a regular basis when I'm out and about, and they don't have the glare proof, so you can kind of see the ring light. You can see the stuff on the other side. And that's so important. Those are the little tips and tricks and things that you're gonna be getting. Okay, go ahead and answer the question. Okay, go ahead.
You can interject anytime.
That's what I do.
Yeah, of
Okay,
course.
so tell
Of course.
Meg, answer Meg's question. Okay. Hey Meg.
Yeah. So and Meg says hi. Hey Sheletta, and she says love it. So here's the question. It's only in person because we want you to get the full immersive experience. We want it to be like you're walking on the Today Show.
Why you keep saying immersive?
Because it's immersive. We're
What
doing
is
one-on-one.
immersive? I don't know what immersive is.
So not being immersive is like doing it virtual, but immersive, we are putting you in the set. We're putting you in the podcast environment. We're putting you on a stage, public speaking. This is not 500 people. It's interacting one-on-one.
Okay, all right.
You don't like the word
So
immersive?
you know, I don't know. It's so big. It's just really big, and it's a lot of syllables. I went to public school.
Exclusive. Can we use that word?
Yes, I know exclusive.
Okay, it's exclusive.
All right. And so and this is a thing too. You know, you're gonna have to be able to conquer your fears. You know, everybody's talking about how do I get to my next level of greatness? How do I, get the partnerships? How do I get the sponsorships? Let me tell you something. When you have those links, when you're able to share with future clients, people that you want to do business with, I've been on the Today Show. That means something. The price for me today is not the same price as it was for me for last year, because since last year I've been on the cover of 2 magazines, right? I've been on the Today Show. I've been on CBS This Morning. I've been, in USA Today. I've been in People Magazine. So the price that you got me for last year, before I got all this media, is not the price that you get me for today. And I'm able to charge more because I have more media. And when I send links to those people, that validates me as a business owner.
You forgot you've been on Mark Albert's LinkedIn Live.
Oh yeah, that's probably gonna bring my price down. I probably had to charge $5 less because I've been on Mark Albert's LinkedIn Live.
Tough crowd.
But honestly, when you are able to tell somebody that you're working with, I was just on the Today Show. Here's a link. I was just on my NBC local news station. Here's another link. That really means something, and that really will help you get to that next level because it validates you. And for me, as a Black woman in business, it validates me for white people because they're able to see that if I've been on TV, then I must be okay. If I've been on the cover of a business magazine, that must mean that I've been okay. And so, as a business owner, especially when you're trying to do business with people who are not in your area, right? Mark does business with people in Atlanta and all over the country, then you are able to show them those links, and then they're able to look at that and say, oh, they did a story on her. Well, she must be okay because she's been on the news. And that's what you want, especially as you try to grow your business. You want to be on the news as much as possible so that will translate into new clients, because you never know who's watching the news and who is looking for you.
So let's help get you on the news. Yes. The link at the bottom here to answer Meg's question. The website is coming up here. It says register now, MediaMasteryExperts.com. MediaMasteryExperts.com, because that's what we're going to make you. We're going to make you an expert at mastering the media and mastering your message. It is coming up in September. It's less than 8 weeks away. September 12th, we begin with an evening reception. And then we've got all day the 13th, all day the 14th, which is a Friday and Saturday. And then we've got the VIP tier with the one-on-one hot seat coaching. That is on Sunday, September 15th in downtown DC, right on Pennsylvania Avenue, right between the White House and the Capitol.
And, you need to get away anyway. It's really time. We're going into the last half of the year. You ain't been nowhere. You ain't met no new people.
Yeah.
You ain't learned nothing new. We are just doing business as usual. You know what I mean? We're just going through the motions, and it's time to shake things up. It's time to do something new. It's time to get out of that. That's outside of my comfort zone. You're not gonna make the $1 million that you've been praying to make being inside your comfort zone. You're not. It's not gonna happen for you. You're not gonna get that big client, that big fish that you've been trying to get. Stand in your comfort zone. This is gonna bring you outside your comfort zone, take you to the nation's capital, lead the kids, lead the ex-husband, the husband and his girlfriend, and get on over to Mark's event in Washington, D.C. Coming up September 12th through the 14th. The kids will be in school. They'll be inside of their routine because school starts early, and you'll be able to just slide out for a minute and do something to not just boost your business, but also, Mark, we don't talk enough about this, but boosting your confidence. I don't know about nobody else, but I get a rise when I'm in USA Today. I get excited when I'm walking out of CBS this morning. Ain't nothing better than talking to Gail King and her telling people, go Sheletta, go Daniel, and your book's selling out 9 days after it's published. When you get those opportunities, everything that you have going on for you goes to the next level, right? They go find old books. Your website traffic goes up. Your speaking engagements go up. The cost to get you goes up. All that stuff goes up because you stepped outside your comfort zone and done something new.
And we're going to help you step outside that comfort zone at Media Mastery Experts Live. Here are all the details, September 12th to the 14th, although we do have the VIP day on the 15th. So we have 8 slots left for VIP. And that is going to be our media training where we help you master your message and the media, get you that exposure you need to bring your business, bring your expertise to the next level, and make sure that you can get the exposure that you deserve.
Yeah, and Mark is on LinkedIn today because that's where the folks are that we're looking to help. We're looking to help folks who are starting their own business, who have their own business, but aren't seeing sales do what it is that they need their sales to do. Folks who are in the corporate setting. Every seat is coming up for election. Folks are, these politicians, folks are, going into the political arena for the first time, and they need to know how to be out there, how to talk to people, how to engage folks, so that when they're doing these interviews and or debates, they can be their true authentic self, and it resonates with people.
I was actually talking to an author the other day,
Mm.
and I didn't realize this, but once the book is published by an author, they're sort of on their own. Like the
Oh
publisher.
my God, can we stop? Back the train up, because I got 4 books and nobody tells you this. Okay. So you want to write this book. You got this great idea. You want to write this book, and you're working with the publisher, and it's so exciting. And you get this book, and you have the success because the idea that you had in your head is now in front of your hand. You got this lovely book. And so you're sitting there with this book, and then they say, thank you, bye. And you're like, well, wait a minute. How am I going to get the word out about this book? How am I going to tell people about this book? What in the... And they said, well, we're not publishers. We're not promoters. We're publishers. And our job is done. It's up to you to get the word out about this book. And nobody tells you that. And so I'm sitting here with 500 books at the warehouse, no TV interview schedule, didn't know what I was supposed to be doing, and at the time wasn't following any book reviewers, any journalists who take care of or handle book reviews or write stories about books or children's literature, none of that. So I had to start from scratch, right? Because I know the book is amazing. The world knows nothing. So then what do? I go on social media and I follow every author, every writer who does book reviews in the Washington Post, the New York Times, USA Today, my local journalist at the Pioneer Press and the Star Tribune, who write about books. And I say, hey, I got this children's book, and they're like, oh, that's great. So then I say, wait a minute, I got to tell my story. How do I tell that story? The story's about my daughter Cameron, who was a nonverbal little girl going off to school for the first time, and she had autism. I gotta take some pictures of Cameron and put them on social. I gotta tell Cameron's story. I gotta show Cameron in a video seeing her book for the first time. And once people start responding to that, and they start sharing that video, and they start commenting and liking that video, guess what happened? Fox News called. Foxhole News. Hi, we saw the story about your daughter Cameron. Would you like to be on Fox News and Fox and Friends? I sure would. And after I was on Fox News and Friends and News, whatever the hell the name of the place is called, guess what? Then my local channel's called. Hey, what you doing on Fox News? You got a book? I told y'all I had a book. I emailed you. Oh, yeah, we saw that. Anyway, can we come by the house? Sure you can.
That's how it's done.
Sure you can. But how do you learn that? How do you know that? You got to come to Mark's workshop, especially if you are an author or you have a book coming out. The publisher is going to drop you like a hot potato. The best friend, the publisher is your best friend. As soon as that book is done, you have nobody who's going to help you and show you how to get the word out about that project. And this was the depressing part for me, Mark, is that I was in the warehouse where all the books are held, right? Because I wanted to pray over my books. You know, I'm a spiritual woman, so I want to go and I want to pray over my books. I also want to show my kids their books because, all of my children's books have my children on the front. So me and 4 kids at the warehouse where the books are in St. Louis Park. And so I'm looking around and it's a big giant warehouse full of books. And my books are on a slab. And I just said, well, how do y'all get paid? And they said, we get paid for storage. So if your book is here a long time, we charge you for storage. And I said, And so I looked around at the books around me, and they said, yeah, a lot of these books have been here for years, and they have dust and cobwebs and spider webs on them because they don't move.
Wow.
Right? Because these authors have not mastered what you're teaching in this workshop, which is how to get the word out about your projects, what you're working on, or your books. And so somebody ordered 500 books, and 495 books were still sitting there, dusty. I said, I be John Brown. I'm going to get these books out of here because I'm not paying you for storage fees. And so I just went about going on social media, making sure that I tell my story and making myself available so that when news stations call me, I will be available, because otherwise I would have had 495 books sitting there dusty, and got on enough TV stations and newspaper articles and social media posts that a producer with CBS Mornings with Gail King called. They did an interview with me. Gail King held up my book and said, this is book you have to get. Go Daniel, go Sheletta. And they called me and said, you have 16 books left.
Wow.
In 9 days.
Wow.
In 9 days, because I did not want to pay that storage fee. This happened. And that's the thing about it. What Mark is trying to teach you, if you do it and do it right and get it right, it is going to triple your business immediately. It is going to get the word out about what you're doing immediately. This stuff is not where you make an investment and then you have to wait 2 or 3 years to see if you get your money's worth. The money that you put into this workshop that Mark is doing, it is going to reap benefits, and you're going to see dividends right away. This is not going to be something that it happens in the great by and by. This workshop is in September. I promise you, by October, you're going to be on TV, newspapers. You're going to get the word out about you. You're going to be so much more confident about your social media posts. Folks are going to be following you. You're going to be following them. You're going to be engaging with the reporters that you dreamed will be doing stories about you.
When you went to New York and Houston, how much do you think the value of that media that you got with these tips?
Oh my God. Let me tell you something. Oh, that's my phone. My kids probably calling. Go see if that's my kids at school. Let me talk to the people. I got kids in summer school. I ain't fooling with Mark. He got me in here working with him. Just turn it off. Okay. So when I went to New York and my son got that publicity on NBC New York, amazing. So valuable. Book flying off the shelf. Okay. Went to Houston, did a big door lock giveaway. Every station in town and the newspaper did stories about it. Why? Because I got on social media and tagged Houston and said I was doing it. I didn't send out no news release. I didn't call nobody. I do none of that. I just got on social media and told my story. And next thing I know, I go to my door lock event. ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox News, and the CW are all there.
How do you put a price on that? It's a lot.
It's invaluable, because this is the thing. Okay, make sure you remember what you said, because you're getting old. Because I'm finna cut him off. So don't forget what you're gonna say. Hold on to it. But when people come looking for the book, they find all of me, right? So right now, you going to Mark's workshop so that you can learn how to market your book, right? Spend all this money publishing your book, and you need to spend the money to market it, because nobody's gonna help you do that. Otherwise, you're gonna have 500 books in that warehouse, and ain't nobody gonna buy copies but you, your mama, and your friends, right? So Mark is gonna show you how to do that, how to get the word out, so that book can go flying off the shelf. But people are gonna look for all of you, right?
Hmm.
So even though the stories were about the door lock giveaway or my son's book, people came looking for me, right? They found the speaker, they found the media expert, they found the journalist, they found the podcast host. So they're not just coming, when you put out the book and you get this information for your book, when they come looking for you, they get all of you. And so you never know what kind of other benefits you're going to see from making sure that you get the word out in the media about whatever it is that you're working on.
And the value is incredible. Well, we know that sometimes money is really tight, and so if you want to talk to me first, if you go to our website mediamasteryexperts.com, I've got my calendar link. Just go ahead, book time with me. I'm happy to talk you through it.
Yeah.
We can talk about your fears, your concerns, exactly what you're going to get out of it, maybe your personal situation. So the link at the bottom here, register now, mediamasteryexperts.com. mediamasteryexperts.com. I'll put up the flyer one more time here. It is September 12th to the 14th in Washington, D.C. It's exclusive. We've capped this at 50 people. We only have 8 VIP
I
slots
cannot
left.
believe you kept this at 50 people. You're going to have to do this again because this is so needed, especially for authors, especially for business leaders, especially for executives. You can have great speech writers, but you still got to be the one do the dang speech.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can have somebody book something for you and hire you a public relations firm, but you still got to be the one to get on TV. And this is going to help you be able to do just that.
I had someone tell me the other day that this media training helped them be a better public speaker, help them be better with investors, be better with customers. It's kind of all around. So we're going to give you the website one last time on the crawl, mediamasteryexperts.com. You can register now. And if you want my 6 tips to become a better public speaker, just text the word media to 33777, 33777. Last word, Sheletta.
Well, I have a couple things I want to say. What I want to say is this. Your company could pay for this.
Mm-hmm.
Your company could pay for some of this if they don't pay for all of it.
Professional
because
development.
It's gonna be right. It's gonna be a benefit to them, right? Also, if you are running for office, you could expense this as a business owner. This is training and development for you. If you are an author and you can build this into your budget for your book or books, and again, this is not something that is going to reap dividends later on in life. You're going to see an immediate impact on your business, on your whatever you are selling, whatever you are promoting, whatever initiatives that you have. You're going to see a benefit to your confidence. It's going to be boosted. And I'm telling you, you do not want to miss out on this because this kind of stuff doesn't happen often. When Mark told me that he was doing this, I was like, I need to help you spread the word. I need to help you get the word out. I got it on all my social media channels. I'm telling all my friends to go because this is the great equalizer. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The difference between whether your business is successful and whether you have to go out of business could be your story, right? How you tell your story, how you present yourself on TV, how you sound on the radio, what you look like on a podcast, which part of your story you tell, how you get that messaging out, how you get the word out, and who you talk to. Because you don't need to be on everybody's podcast. You can't be on Drink Champs, okay? That's not what you're doing right now, okay? You may not be able to go on the Breakfast Club, right? You can't. Charlemagne the God is not where you're supposed to be, right? Just making those decisions, making those connections, making those contacts. You get what you pay for. Sometimes in life, that's just it. Sometimes in life, you get what you pay for. And when you pay for those 500 people workshops, you get them 500 people workshops, right? When you pay for those workshops where you go virtually and you just sit there and listen, then that's what you get. But what you get with Mark is a day where it's all about you. And you're going to feel like you're the only one there. And that's how you're going to be treated. That's how they're going to treat you. That's how they're going to handle you. That's how they're going to help you to go back to wherever it is you are, and take those things that you learned and make an immediate impact, an immediate difference in your business, and not just in your business, in your life.
Well, thank you very much. That was amazing. Thank you so much for listening. MediaMasteryExperts.com, September 12th to the 14th. I really hope we'll see you there. Let me know if you have any questions. Schedule a time with me on that website to chat. Register today, and we'll see you in Washington.